Well, you might not know, but we're going to fill you in here. It is National Drive Electric Week, and with these gas prices so high right now, you might be maybe thinking you should switch to an electric vehicle. In Phoenix, when it comes to gas prices, you can expect to pay up to $4.95 a gallon. That's for unleaded. It's almost 50 cents up from 1 month ago and more than $1 than the national average.
Okay, so how much can going green really save you some green? ABC15's Jamie Warren is live right now looking into the real cost of going electric this morning. Good morning to you, Jamie.
Hey, good morning, Nick and Kaylee. Because of the popularity, you are going to start seeing more charging stations like these ones popping up all across the valley. Data shows that more than 10 million people switched to EVs last year worldwide, and AAA says, as you could imagine, high gas prices are partly to blame.
Just like everybody else, I'm surprised by it. Really kind of disgusted by it, you know.
That's how Vince Katarabic feels about high gas prices here in the valley, and part of the reason why he made the switch to an electric vehicle, buying his first Tesla in March. Well, there have been dueling studies on what's cheaper to maintain, a gas-powered car or an electric. Experts say it depends on a number of factors, like where you live and how far you travel. APS says their customers on average are spending an extra $30 to $40 a month on their electric bills charging from home, while the average American spends $150 to $200 a month on gas. But to reap the benefits, you need to pay attention to when you charge.
Avoid charging their EV during the peak hours when most people use energy, and that's typically going to be from the hours of 4 to 7. Overnight and middle of the day are really the best times of day to charge an EV.
It costs about $16 to charge for the week of driving that I'm doing, same mileage.
Katarabic says that's saving him about $80 a week on what he used to spend on gas. But there is a downside.
This is what the charging station looks like. Okay. Right.
He showed us the 2 charging stations he got installed for he and his brother's Teslas, each one costing about $500, but the installation cost even more.
So we had 2 put in. It was about $4,500.
He says you can find cheaper chargers like this one that plug into an outlet, but they could take up to 24 hours to fully charge your car.
That's just not feasible for somebody that drives on a regular basis.
And because of that, it's going to take some time before he sees a return on his investment.
Realistically, I'm not saving any money until about 10 years of owning these vehicles. The biggest takeaway is it's not as easy as you think to own one, right? And that's 100% due to the charging needs. As far as the performance goes, as the way it drives, it's much different from gasoline cars, and I would say it's much better.
So when he's talking about charging needs, he's talking about finding public charging stations like these ones around town that are not only open, because we know a lot of people go to use these, but also ones that are going to charge your car quickly because they all have different speeds. There is an app, it's called PlugShare. If you download it when you get an EV, it's going to show you the nearest charging stations to you. Also, APS and SRP, they want you to check with your utility company because they say that you can qualify for rebates in order to get those charging stations installed at your home. Kaylee and Nick.
There's certainly a lot to think about. I mean, you drive by one of the charging stations there at the Biltmore. It's always crowded. You might just have to wait, right, until it becomes a lot more mainstream.
Yeah, we were talking to you. A lot of incentives, though, right now to get people to switch over. Jamie, fascinating stuff.